Go watch that if you really want to dive deeper into all the exercises I do for strengthening my ankles. We need a few items for today's vlog. Our rollout mat, and then our balancing disc. There it is. All right, and then over here, we're gonna bring this to the slant board. There it is. Okay, let's haul this up. Oh yeah, maybe we'll bring this book too, just to brush up on our anatomy. All right, let's do this. We had some help at our house last night, and someone parked in front of the garage, and so I forgot to pull back in, so it was like old times, scraping outside the front of the house. Whew, man, it's zesty. Seasons are changing. Okay, let's go. Warm up into books. Now onto a baby workout, 8x300 on the track with a 100-meter jog. Definitely still recovering from Detroit, Motor City. I kept saying Rock City before the race. Motor City is the nickname for Detroit. And then I'm gonna break down this ankle flick trick, which, oh man, well maybe you can use it for the New York City Marathon. I know I'm gonna be using it for the New York City Marathon, and I'm using it today on tired legs. It works all the time, but especially if you can mentally cue in to it, like today, like that warm-up, you know, pretty basic pace for me. And the only reason I really was able to hold that pace is because I was mentally making the choice to do the ankle flick trick. All right, let's get these shoes on, get a little baby workout in. So at some point, I should probably create an FAQ on DeMoorGlobalRunning.com. Definitely a top 3 question that I receive through the channel is, Seth, what do you think between cadence and stride length? Should I focus on my cadence more or focus on my stride length more, okay? I definitely lean in the direction of, personally for me, cadence. Now, shout out to everybody who took the time to count out my steps at the Detroit Half Marathon. I mentioned a couple days ago that the watch data was putting out between like 194 and 198 for the steps per minute that I had at the Detroit Half Marathon. And so folks, actually, thank you if you did, actually counted out, and I think the lowest somebody had was 188 and the highest was about 200. So who knows? Maybe the watch data is correct. Well, the ankle flick trick that I use to increase my cadence, I'm not saying it's the only way to run faster, okay? I do believe, in fact, the math wizards out there, if I focused on increasing my stride length, let's just call it a ½ an inch per step for a marathon. And I've heard, all right, this is where it gets a little debatable, but I've heard there's about 40,000 steps that we take in a marathon, roughly. You know, don't quote me on that, but if I increase my stride length by a ½ an inch for 40,000 steps, how much, I guess maybe quicker would I run the marathon? Anyway, the math wizards out there, if you want to go for it down below in the comments, that'd be fun. But at the end of the day, the ankle flick trick all happens it really starts at the toes, but it really happens right here on the front of the ankle is where I'm talking, okay? And back at the house, I'm gonna break it down anatomically for all of you, but here's some footage, and also I'm gonna break down how I actually strengthen and work on my ankle strength. I know if I don't mention it now, I'm just gonna forget. I've made 2 vlogs. One all about prehab, which many of you have already seen, but there's another one about how I focus on strengthening my ankles. And this is so critical. I will definitely link to it down below in the description, and then also upper right-hand corner. Go watch that if you really want to dive deeper into all the exercises I do for strengthening my ankles, okay? So there you go. Let's break it down back at the house. Woo! Tired workout, onward and upward. Let's go. We're back. Here we go. Breaking down the ankle flick trick, okay? Boom. The ankle flick trick for speed and running faster. And I just reviewed the vlog where I talk about how to strengthen your feet and ankles. I decided I'm not going to go over all the exercises again. It's a good vlog from maybe about a year ago. Down below in the description if you want to go deeper. What I'm talking about for the ankle flick trick, I will put some of the exercises though and movements on your screen in the next 2 to 3 minutes. But what I'm talking about for the ankle flick trick, what I do, it's mental, okay? It's all between the ears for me. When I want to run faster, I have to focus and make sure I'm not distracted, make sure I am really intentional in every foot strike that I take, whether I'm going over the road, going down the track, up a mountain, whatever the case may be. It's kind of like the, suppleness for speed. Remember that vlog from this past summer, okay? Suppleness in the lower ankle, in the Achilles tendon, in the soleus, all right? That was a solid vlog, again, that I made this past summer for running faster. Again, I'll link to all this down below. But for the ankle flick trick, what I'm talking about, and I'm not gonna pretend to be a scientist or a doctor or an anatomy expert. Instead, I've got my book here, so if you want some of the official tendon names and ligaments that I'm talking about and muscles, so it's the front of the ankle. We'll just say, I'm talking about the anterior ligament. I'm talking about the inferior extensor rectinaculum, right around the cuboid bone. Okay, I'm also talking about the longest tendons that stretch down the front of your foot, okay? So all right here in the front, it's the mental side of running for me where I have to focus, I have to block out the distractions where I'm actually, and the best, I was trying to think, how do I describe this sensation, this feeling? It's almost while you're running, an overstretch, okay? Where I'm actually using and firing those ligaments, those tendons, those neurons at the front of the foot, at the front of the ankle, in order to get, all right, again, the best word I can come up with is that little extra propulsion, which helps me get through the gait cycle faster, but helps me bring my ankle back down to the ground just a little bit faster, which is why I think my steps per minute, my cadence is, I would say, probably on the higher end even when I'm doing an easy day, if you look on Strava, look on the data on Strava, usually I'm in like the 179 to 184 range on an easy day, okay? But as I said at the track, I'm okay to have that conversation about cadence plus stride length. I'm gonna call myself out. I probably need to work on my stride length just a little bit. And again, all the math wizards out there, I look forward to reading your comments. If you can come up with some basic data or ideas, if I were, or anybody out there were to increase their stride length by a centimeter even, not even a half an inch or a quarter of an inch, okay? That might be, how much faster would you run a marathon? I don't know. But, okay, ankle flick trick, just to reinforce here, I'm talking about right here in the front, the sensation of, slightly, you gotta be careful, slightly overstretching where as you're flicking your ankle backward faster, okay? And that's what I do as I'm going down the track, going down the road, whatever the case may be. And guess what? You're gonna feel it, and the front of your ankle might get a little tired. You might have a little bit of a burning sensation in the front of your ankle, especially at the beginning if you're just starting to do it. Bottom line, this is what I do for speed. This is what I do for pitter patter down the track, pitter patter when I'm, like in Detroit, I could have done better. I'm gonna call myself out a little bit. At 13K in Detroit in a 21K race, at 13K, I was starting to feel the mileage, feel the volume, and I remember the last 8K reminding myself twice, and I should have done it more. But I remember twice in Detroit where I was like, okay, focus on that foot strike. And actually, let's do it right now. Question of the day, and I'll get you the comment of the day as well. Question of the day, do you focus on your foot strike and ankle while running? Or have you ever? Maybe you've never thought about your foot strike. And when you do focus on your foot strike and your ankle while running, if so, what happens to your stride, to your speed, to your overall biomechanics? Okay, it's a little bit of a strange question of the day, but I think it's going to be good and solid down below in the comments today. Does that make sense? The ankle flick trick, okay, where it just boom, just a snap, and it happens for me right here in the front. I know, you know what? I need one of those. That's gonna be on my wish list. I need a foot that is, you see at doctors, like a podiatrist at a podiatrist office, where the ankle, with like the bone, I'm gonna have to look into that, everybody. Okay, comment of the day. A little bit of a crazy, listen, here's the deal. Comment of the day goes out, and this has nothing to do with the ankle flick trick. This goes out to Jasaja. Jasaja says, hi Seth, did you hear about Sage Canaday's apartment that burned down? And I did yesterday. Wouldn't it be nice if we as a DGR community could do something for him? How great would that be, right? Doesn't have to be something big, maybe just something as a gesture from us to a fellow runner who is going through a lot this year. Jasaja, thank you for bringing this up in yesterday's vlog down in the comments. Well, after that, somebody posted a link to, I guess, a GoFundMe page for Sage, and the link didn't post though because, everybody, just so you know, YouTube does not allow external links to show up in the comments because what happens is a lot of spam shows up. I love the idea, Jasaja. I think it's a great idea. If anybody has ideas, let us know down in the comments as to what we could do for Sage. Bottom line, I just want to clear some things in the air. There's no beef between me and Sage, just so you know. I've only met Sage maybe twice in my life. We've only raced each other once. It was out in Utah at, did we race in? No, I think it was just in Utah. Like, we've never raced each other in the Pikes Peak Marathon. When he does the marathon, I've done the ascent anyway. Bottom line, there's absolutely no beef between Sage and I, not that I know of at least. So thank you for bringing it to our attention, Jasaja. If I can find the GoFundMe link, I will try to link to it down below in the description. So for those that don't know, Sage is a fellow runner, ultra runner. He lives up in Boulder, has a YouTube channel, and I will link to all of his information Again, there's a lot happening down below in the description. Thank you, Jasaja, for bringing it up. Okay, there you go. Ankle flick trick in the books, onward and upward. Oh, can't wait to read your comments today down below. Okay, we will toss it to the foot and ankle, of course. The foot and ankle vlog right here, right here, right here. All right, Seek Beauty, work hard and love each other. See you tomorrow.